Time now for complete local sports coverage on Montana's news station.
That's right. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Now let's deliver a sportscast Dad can be proud of, chock full of Sunday golf, baseball, and hoops. Leading off is the U.S. Open with a finish that literally brought my jaw to the floor. The highly criticized Chambers Bay out near Seattle saw one of the most epic finishes in tournament history. Jordan Spieth, after double bogeying on 17, bounces back with a tap-in birdie after missing an eagle on 18, giving himself a one-shot lead. In the group behind him, Dustin Johnson has a chance. If he makes this eagle putt, he wins. But putting downhill, Johnson can't read the break, leaving himself 3 feet for birdie. So on the way back up for birdie to force an 18-hole playoff, Johnson misses again and has to settle for the brutal 3-putt. Jordan Spieth wins it, becoming the first golfer since Tiger Woods in 2002 to win both the Masters and U.S. Open, as the 21-year-old is now halfway to the Golf Grand Slam. On to baseball, where the Osprey make their home debut Wednesday, but tonight they may have already been on the bad end of a SportsCenter clip. You'll see what I mean in a moment, as Missoula looked to snap an early 2-game losing streak. Bases loaded here for the O's, up 2-1 in the 5th. And I know it's early, but here's the Pioneer League catch of the season. Marcus Wilson with a deep drive to center field. Check out Zach Shields for the Mustangs. The absolutely ridiculous catch. Somehow pops it up with his glove, bobbles it, and catches it with his bare hand, robbing Wilson of a grand slam. So while that didn't go the Osprey way, bases loaded again for Missoula in the 8th. Tie ball game. Dinamo Bracho delivering your game winner. Double in the corner. Missoula gets the victory, 5-2. Staying with baseball, where if this one little leaguer from Butte makes it to the pros, they'll constantly compare him to Jim Abbott. Tonight in our Youth Sports Spotlight, MTN's Ryan Green introduces us to the 9-year-old phenom.
9-year-old Grady Winston isn't the biggest player on his Little League Butte Rats baseball team, but I doubt you find one of his teammates with more heart than he has.
He's the attitude you want in any teammate, any player you want to be coaching. He's heart and hustle. No excuses, just a gritty player.
You see, Grady was born with just a thumb on his right hand, and you can't close a baseball glove without the use of fingers. So Grady came up with his own special way of fielding a baseball.
It really doesn't take that long, you know. I just had to learn and everything, and just learn and just keep practicing.
And while his throwing motion is certainly unique, it doesn't mean it's not effective. In fact, he wants you to hit it his way so he can throw you out.
What's your favorite position on defense?
Shortstop.
Why is that?
Because you mostly get the balls hit to you, and yeah.
He's one of my younger players, so we rotate him in. But so far this week, he's played center, shortstop, second base. We don't limit his position because his athletic ability and the way he works through it.
He has his own unique way of swinging the bat too, which is just as effective. In Bozeman, Ryan Green, MTN Sports.
Thank you, Ryan. And finally tonight, on to basketball with a local camp that allowed its young hoopsters a 4-day camp, complete with collegiate-style room and board. That's because a few of the 140 kids who signed up for the Grizzly basketball camp actually stayed overnight on campus. It started on Thursday and came to an end Sunday afternoon. The camp was held for grades 5 through 12 with games and activities at every gym inside the Adams Center, with the campus life aspect showing the youngsters what it's like to live on your own.
I had a lot of parents come up and say that it's been great for their kid in terms of them having to be responsible for themselves, a lot of them for the first time maybe in their lives. So I think it teaches them a little bit of self-reliance. It's good to do that with kids at a younger age when they're with their friends, but they still have to take care of themselves a little bit. But overall, it was a great camp. Kids had a lot of fun. I know the coaches had a blast working with them, and it was a great camp.
Participants hailed from all over, including as far as Alaska, with Grizz coaches and players volunteering throughout the week. And that'll do it for sports. We're back in a moment.